Jai Guruji. So after our very beautiful tenure at Jalandhar, which all of you have been quite now acquainted with, how we had met Guruji there when he was in Defence Colony, which was after Uncle had already spent 2 tenures in Jalandhar. This was his 3rd tenure, and it's in the 3rd tenure after that accident that we have finally come face to face with Guruji, and never even had any idea before that. In Jalandhar, of course, when we grew with Guruji and our posting came to Ajmer, Nasirabad, which is the Kant station, and how Guruji saved me from going to that place, and instead he gave Uncle a beautiful posting to Chandigarh. While Nikki was doing her 9th in Jalandhar, and now we were due to go to Chandigarh. Uncle had already left in between. When we were just to go to we were just on the plan to go to Chandigarh, Uncle was already posted there with the blessings of Guruji. When we reached there, we were in queue. We were not getting any house. Long waiting, and we were at a mess near the headquarters where my husband was posted as Colonel GS Ops. Now there Guruji came just by surprise, and we learnt about it, and we learnt about it. We kept visiting him wherever he was. He was mostly staying at one Mr. Kapoor's house, who used to take Guruji around and look after him. And wherever Guruji would go, and we would be told to come there and be with Guruji. So we were very lucky right from the time we even came from Jalandhar to Chandigarh. And along with us there was General Ahuja, who also was in Chandigarh, and they were getting their own house constructed, which was in Sector 2, Panchkula. We used to keep meeting them too, and they were sitting bag and baggage waiting for their posting wherever it would be. In the meanwhile, they were getting the works of that house completed. So Mrs. Ahuja would be busy in going there and completing the works, the woodworks and other stuff. So in between our meetings to Guruji, and a lot of Sangat whom we came to know were in Chandigarh and also were coming to Guruji. One of the days we were with Guruji. Before that, Guruji had kept asking us whenever he would meet, "Kithe rande?" Uncle would say, "Guruji, वो mess क्यों घर नहीं मिला?" "नहीं गुरुजी, हले नहीं." फिर he'll say, घर मिल गया?" "नहीं गुरुजी, अभी गुरुजी हले नहीं मिला." "क्यों?" "गुरुजी बहुत लंबी क्यू है, अभी तो हम जलंधर स्टेशन से आ रहे हैं फैमिली एरिया से, तो हमको तो ज़्यादा बाद में ही मिलेगा। बाकी जो फील्ड एरिया से आ रहे हैं उनको पहले मिलता है। और चंडीगढ़ बिग स्टेशन है, यहाँ पे बहुत वेटिंग है गुरुजी। अच्छा, फिर गुरुजी अभी मेस के बाद कोई हमें प्राइवेट घर लेना पड़ेगा जो रीइंबर्स्ड टाइप होता है, रीइंबर्स वाला घर मिलेगा, उसके लिए भी हमें अभी टाइम है। अच्छा, हाँ जी गुरुजी। So this used to keep happening, and Guruji used to keep talking, and he was very very fond of talking to my husband. So बात होती रहती थी, and he used to very proudly tell all the sangat who used to come to him, ये है कर्नल GS Ops, most important post। बहुत proudly ऐसे इंट्रोड्यूस करते थे अंकल को। खैर, one of the days we went to Guruji. We were sitting with him, and when we were just sitting before him, and Guruji said, "ते तुसी इस तरह करो कि हले घर नहीं मिलिया। नहीं गुरुजी, तुसी हुन जाओ, उठो, जाओ उधर आंटी आहूजा दे, चैनल आहूजा दा जे जो घर तैयार है उत्थे आंटी जो अंदर कम करवा रही है, उत्थे हुने चले जाओ। हुने गुरुजी? हाँ जी, उत्थे जाओ ते आंटी को जाके चाबी ले आओ, बोलो घर की चाबी दे दो, तुसी उधर चले जाओ, उधर शिफ्ट हो जाओ। तो वी वर लुकिंग एट ईच अदर। आंटी हुजा इज स्टेइंग इन द army accommodation, and this house is getting made. We were just thinking and wondering what will she give it to us, and where is she? Guruji said, "Oh, उत्थे ही है, वो उत्थे गार्डन इच ना वाटर कर रही है, निकलन वाली, तो तुसी चले जाओ।" हाँ जी गुरुजी, हाँ जी गुरुजी करके हम लोग वहाँ से निकले, एंड हम 2 मिनट एक्साइटमेंट में हमने इधर उधर एक तो फ़ोन लगा दिया, एंड एक्साइटेड तो थे कि गुरुजी कह रहे, अब डिस्कस कर रहे थे, पता नहीं आंटी क्या बोलेगी क्या नहीं, ये खैर शट ऑल योर माइंड, क्लोज योर माइंड, गुरुजी ने कह दिया उधर चले जाओ, आंटी ने बोलो चाबी दे दे। सो दैट्स इट। 2-4 मिनट हमने वेस्ट तो किया। नाउ वी वेंट टू नंबर 123 सेक्टर 2, and उधर गए, and there just as we parked our car, the gate was just opening. Mrs. Ahuja was just getting out, so she saw us and we saw her, and she said, "Oh, hello, how come you're here?" So I was just about to leave, you know. So we said, "Okay." We said, "You were here?" She said, "Yes, I was just watering the garden and I was just about to go." We said, "Okay." Guruji said, "Dasso?" She said, we said, "Guruji said कि चाबी ले लो आपसे." गुरुजी ने क्या? "लो दसो." She took out the chabi from the side of her sari and she gave it. "Hello." गुरुजी सेड उत्थे ही रहना असी। लो फिर की गल है, गुरुजी ने कह दिता, बस हो गया। एंड दैट्स इट, एंड दैट्स इट। एंड गुरुजी ऑल्सो टोल्ड अस, चाबी लेके मेरे पास आ जाओ वापस। एंड वी टोल्ड हर, वी सेड अभी हम जा रहे हैं, तो कहते हाँ ऊपर वाला फ्लोर मैं भैया ਨੂੰ कह दांगी, तो ही विल गेट दैट रेडी एंड दैट यू कैन टेक। नीचे अभी मैं काम फिर भी करा रही हूँ। इट वॉज अ ड्यू प्ले विद अ स्टेयर्स इन बिटवीन, एंड शी सेड नीचे का काम हो रहा है, थोड़ा सा आपको वो दिक्कत होगी कि मेरे को तो आना ही है, नीचे का कराने, ऊपर का रेडी है। I said that's fine, we were happy we'd be moving out of the mess in any case. And this was a new constructed house. So anyways, we went back to Guruji and we touched his feet and we said, "Aa gaye? Hanji Guruji. Mili auntie? Hanji Guruji." So we showed him the chabi and we said, "Yes, Guruji, auntie ne de diya." हो गया थोड़ा फिर काम हो गया, चलो फिर मौज करो, शिफ्ट हो जाओ। हाँ जी गुरु जी। ते फिर कदों शिफ्ट हो जाओगे? एकदम पूछ लिया। वी वर नॉट इवन प्रिपेयर्ड टू थिंक और टू टॉक अबाउट इट। एंड अंकल ने एकदम अपने आप ही एकदम स्पॉन्टेनियसली बोल दिया, गुरुजी सैटरडे आ जाओगे। आई लुक्ड एट हिम, आई सेड इट्स टू क्लोज, like I don't know what was that day, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, but naturally you have to pack up your tachis and boxes. So uncle said Saturday aa jaoge? He looked, Guruji looked at uncle and me. So anyways, that was uncle's saying, and I was naturally quiet. So acha fir changa fir Saturday aa jao. कितने बजे? Uncle just quickly thought and he said, गुरुजी 5 बजे आ जाओगे। ओके 5 बजे ना, ठीक है, बढ़िया, चलो फिर चलो करो पैकिंग। ओके, so we were happy and we just went home and we were saying, look, मतलब we were so thrilled कि Guruji has given us a house. And we did our packing in those 2 days or so. Slipped my mind the exact day, Tuesday or Wednesday. So we all set now to go over there to Panchkula. Now that day came when we had told Guruji we will be coming. Got just a bit late, not exactly 5 Guruji को बोला था, but ठीक है, it's okay. Like we got a little late, like maybe it was 5:15, 5:30. It was over 5, and we reached over there happy, excited, and looked out for the helper who was to hand over the keys to us, and he was to be there. So horned and he came and he showed us the way from the side, the stairs which go up. He says, from here I'll show you, I'll open the door for you, but you have got a little late, sir. So Sab, he said, Sab, aap thoda late ho gaye. So we said, late? What late? And how is it mattering to the guy? Like we've come at 2 in the morning or 2 in the night. How is it mattering to him? Like, so we said, why late kya hai bhaiya? So Guruji abhi hoke gaye. Oh God, we just got hold of our forehead, could have banged our heads and cried out, Guruji aaye the? हाँ जी साहब, गुरुजी होके गए। इधर से ऊपर गए और फिर देखा आप नहीं है, फिर चले गए। Oh, we couldn't believe it. We just could not believe it. We all felt so sorry and so sad. Bachas were with us. Oh my God, we all said, Guruji came. Now why Guruji came and why we missed him? जो गुरुजी को हमने अपने मुंह से बोल दिया था 5 बजे, 5 o'clock, we would come, and Guruji came at dot 5, and we missed. We didn't come at 5. Too Probably, man, it must be just a chance. Like, we missed him. Bad chance, bad ill luck. But it's just not just that. मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट वॉज गुरु जी को हमने बोला 5 तो 5 ही होना चाहिए था. It should have been. We had to ensure it at any cost. A big mistake we realized of committing to the Guru and then not keeping to it. Of course, had we known that Guruji is going to come, yes, I'm sure we would have been there even 10 minutes before. But then it's made us realize गुरु को बोली चीज तुम भी मुकर नहीं सकते हो. You promise something or say something to him, don't you change that. So anyways, now I was very sad. The truck got unloaded. We had a boy to help us out. Our own boy, cooking, etc. Everything was there in place. Saman was unloaded. But normally you'll go in and you'll have a cup of tea by the time you'll set things and But I said, I am not going to have I'm not going to have even one cup of tea in this house. Guruji came to bless us. And we've missed that opportunity, by God. Like, I'm not going to have anything in this house now till I don't take darshan of Guruji now once again. I just can't. So I didn't light the gas. I didn't make any cup of tea in the house. So what about khana? What about chai shai? Where are we going to go now? I said, go out and eat, do what you like. Not a single plate is going to be used, no gas is going to be used, no chai is going to be made in this house till I don't get darshan of Guruji. Well, kept the saman and all that and then went out to the market and with our bachas with us in the car. We went, sat outside a dhaba. I remember we were sitting outside a dhaba and got some food for them, for the bachas. I didn't feel like having. I just couldn't eat a thing. I decided no. Anyways, with crying faces, we came back. Somehow just managed to cross the night, almost like on the floor types. But managed to cross the night somehow and just were thinking, okay, tomorrow now we have to go and meet Guruji, got to take his darshan. Where will he be? We'll check it out. Okay, we were planning all that and somehow we managed. They just about, managed the night. But yes, just before that, I must say, he had his official phone and that official phone, after we came back from that dhaba and the phone rang and picked up the phone, my husband, uncle, aa gaye? That was Guruji. मैं तो होके गया तुसी आए नहीं. हाँ जी गुरुजी थोड़ा लेट हो गए. चलो फिर एकदम ही closed the phone. Oh my God, I said, look. He's again telling us, look, you'll have missed it. All the more I was more determined tomorrow I'm going to go. So morning, we were hardly got up. Not yet got up. It was a Sunday. Just getting out of bed types. Time was something like that. 7, 8. And before we even opened our eyes, and there was a doorbell. And who's that? Early morning, could be a newspaper man, could be anybody. So I opened the door, and who is standing there? Guruji. Early morning, Guruji standing. Oh God. He just touched his feet and burst out crying. How Guruji heard our heart throbbing and he came. आ गए, बधाइयाँ, चलो फिर चाय शाह पिलाओ फिर. And Guruji sat with us and we got the gas going, and the boy was so happy also, the one who was working for us, and got the chai, we served chai, then we got something ready for Guruji, and Guruji said, lo fir cha. And we all had. Who was with Guruji was Mr. Kapoor, who used to be very often seen with Guruji in those days. So then all that we did, sat with Guruji around him, and there were these 2-3 people around along with Guruji and Kapoor's. And after some time, after the breakfast was over, and Guruji said, chalo fir, langar banao fir. Oh God, we could not believe it. Oh my God. So we were just jumping with joy. And we said, Hanji Guruji, te bula fir, jinu tanu bulana hai, bula fir. So we were now thinking, those friends of ours whom we wanted to ever call and take to Guruji, and Guruji is here and Guruji is only saying, get them all. So we thought about our friends, Sohans. Then we thought about somebody. We said, let's call them. Okay. Guruji said, bula fir, jo tusi log. They thode hai friends. We said yes, Guruji, and we were now going to call them all. And then फिर उन्होंने बुलाया किन्होंने गुरुजी, उन्होंने तो बुलाएंगे ना, किन्हों गुरुजी, वो जिता घर है. Oh yes, हाँ जी गुरुजी, कहते उन्होंने बुलाओ, तो that is General Ahuja. अब we are staying in General Ahuja's house, and they are still there in their army accommodation. They are waiting for their posting out, and Guruji said, unko bulao. So we called General Ahuja, Mrs. Ahuja, and their daughter. They were also there, and we had langar in Guruji's presence over there in 123 Panchkula, when we had just shifted on that day. And if all of you know, this was just the day that Guruji came there, blessed us, blessed the house, blessed Ahujas. And till today, Ahujas are staying there, General Ahuja. Mrs. Ahuja is no more. And you should know that later on, after some months, and Guruji came and stayed in that house when General Ahuja had retired, came and stayed when he came home to stay in this Panchkula house, and that time Guruji also came. Many of you have gone over there, I think, and he blessed them even then, stayed for quite some time over there. So this is our Chandigarh stay, with a beautiful, everything looked after, everything sorted out by Guruji. So this house we kept till we got hold of another house by the army, and Guruji looking after us and we being able to see him. Now this tenure was decidedly something out of this world. Now I must tell you also about the schools the children were going to. So when coming from Jalandhar was ICSC, where Nikki was studying. And coming from there, it was all CBSE in most of the schools in Chandigarh. And I thought now she's been in ICSE and now coming down to the CBSE to this other level, that won't be very good for her. So she should continue, in the same. But very few schools had that. One of the schools, that was the convent, I'm not getting the name very well, Carmel Convent, or just not recollecting that name, probably Carmel Convent. So that's where I wanted her to go, because that had ICSE. And I was just trying. Somehow I should get her in. And preparing her for the entrance test and everything. It looked like, yes, she had to wait a little while for the vacancy, but it seemed like she will get it, as the sister told us. And this is before Guruji came over here to Chandigarh. We were going to visit him in Jalandhar. Now, when we went to Jalandhar one of the days, and I was preparing her for Carmel, and gone to Jalandhar in the morning, and were to come back, the next day we were coming back. Now Guruji, while we were coming back, Guruji says, "Te enu kithe paana?" Guruji, स्कूल ट्राई कर रहे हैं, वो मिल जाएगी उसमें उसको. Okay. Guruji says, उत्थे पाना है ते ओ पा दे, और केड़ा अच्छा स्कूल है. So some names my children took. So Guruji said, St. Stephen's is पा दे, चल. And I said, "Ore, St. Stephen's, which I haven't even thought about, I haven't even talked about it." And Guruji said, "Uthe pa do. Chalo jao fir. Chalo Chandigarh. Aj hi jao fir. Udhar admission aj hi kara lo." The school also Guruji decided. And we came out from there. We had to go because Guruji said, "Aj hi karao." And we went. Our school is decided by Guruji now. We went straight to St. Stephen's. And can you believe it, St. Stephen's, that was the last day of admission closing after that. And so we took the children's admission in St. Stephen, and St. Stephen's it was, because Guruji said so, with no eyes blinking and no further if and but on that. So this is Guruji everywhere. This is Guruji and Guruji.